Hi, it's Melissa here with To Be Remembered Designs on Facebook, and I am going to teach you today how to change your layouts that you've made and love into templates so that you can use them again later on or share with your friends. And the reason I'm doing this today is because once a year at To Be Remembered Designs on Facebook, we share our favorite template that we've done throughout the year with me, and then I put them up on Dropbox, and everyone who participates and submits a layout to share, a template to share, will get the password and be able to download the templates. So you'll get a whole bunch of templates for free from our fellow scrappers that we can use throughout the year in our designs. So I need to teach you how to make those templates before we can do this. So here's a layout that I have that I love, and this is going to be one of the templates that I submit to this group of templates this year, and so I need to change this into just a blank template so that you can all use it. I can't just send it to you like this for a number of reasons. Number one, the file size would be massive and it would take a really long time to upload, and most importantly, there are pieces of a kit in here, and legally I can't share that with you if you haven't purchased the kit. So I need to take out all of these designs from this kit so that you don't have access to those, but you can still use the template. So to start, I always like to, off in the side here in Storybook, I like to include a photo of what my layout looked like, kind of as inspiration, so that when you start working with this, you can kind of see what I did with it. So I'm going to go to where I have this saved, and it's right in here, and I'm just going to drag and drop the photo in, and it'll be nice and little over on the side. And then I'm going to also include a text box underneath it for you. And I'm going to have it say template by, and then my name, and kit used, just in case you love this kit and you want to know so that you can duplicate the page, is called Treasured Memories from Word Art World. And so now these items are going to stay over on the side there, that way you can refer back to them as needed as you work with it. And I'm just going to pick just a general font, just in case you don't have that one that I had used before. So there you go. And now you've got my sample and you've got the info here. So now I'm going to go through and start deleting things and emptying boxes out. So for example, you really don't want this picture of my daughter. So if you click on it and then right click, you can say remove photo, and it'll just replace it with a blank box. And then you can do the same thing for all of these paper boxes that you have. So I'm just going to go through and remove the photo. Now if you don't like that it's all gray now, instead you can cut and fill and just pick a solid color to color it in. So maybe I'll do like oranges and pinks on this, I don't know. So there you go, and then we'll do this paper box and we'll just pick another color to fill it in. And then we'll do this one, pick another color. It doesn't really matter if the colors go together. We won't be picky. Okay, so now I have my paper boxes. This one back here, let's cut and fill that. Just plain. Okay, so those are my paper boxes. Now I have my circles, so I'm going to cut and fill those also, because those are her pieces from her kit. We don't want to include any of that. Whoops. So I'm just going to go to list here and standard colors and just pick some colors to fill in. Alright, and we'll cut and fill this one. And just keep going through. And if you want to make it all the same, so it's super simple, you can select all of the circles at the same time. If it doesn't really matter if they're all the same color. Like I said, we're going to fill them in with our own things anyway, so you don't have to be super picky and make this a long process. You can just do that and they'll all fill in the same color. I'm going to do the yellow one that color too, just so it all kind of coordinates at least. Whoops. Alright, well, here, we'll just do it again. Alright, cut and fill, color, we'll do that pink. Almost there. Okay, now you can see that I have my journaling here and I have a glow put on it. So I'm going to click on that and I'm just going to take the glow off so that you don't have to worry about that. So if I just hit remove, it'll take that off. And it's up to you if you want to leave your journaling. Let me try. I must not have clicked that. Alright, remove. There we go. And if you want to leave your journaling, that's fine. Otherwise, you can go ahead and click on it and just put like a generic journal here. And then if you copy it, you can paste it a bunch of times. And that's how it would come if you were to purchase the template. But we're not purchasing anything, we're just sharing. So it's not a big deal. But if you want it to be like that, you can do that. And I must have one too many journal here's because I'm getting the error message. There you go. Okay, so we're almost done. Now these leaves and flowers and the pretty banner here, we can't use any of that. The stuff up here, those are pieces of her kit. So instead of that, I mean, we can see over here what they look like. But we want to put in just a generic flower. So go to Insert Shape from your art kit. And Storybook came with some standard shapes. You can use those. If you have purchased other kits, like I have a few other ones, I mean, that's fine. Use whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and find some flowers. Nature maybe. There are some flowers. So let's just do this flower. And we're going to fill it with a color. I'll pick that yellow that I didn't use yet. And create. And then I'm just going to put it on top of this black flower and then we'll delete the black flower. Drag it down here and then we'll delete that one, and then we need to do it again for this other pink flower, so we'll insert another flower, another shape from your art kit, and I'm going to go pick the other one that was right next to it. We'll do that one. It doesn't matter if they're both the same, just do whatever is easiest for you. Don't make this a lot of work because no one's going to really use these flowers anyway. They're going to pick their own flowers from the kits that they're using. And then move it down to the flower and delete the pink one. Okay, and now I don't have a generic pennant banner, so I'm just going to delete that, and people are just going to have to see over here that there was something there. If you wanted to put something there, you sure could. And then same thing with the stitching. I don't have generic stitching, so I'm just going to delete it. Better to be safe than sorry. I don't need to do any copyright problems. This title block was part of the kit. I'm going to delete that. And then this tag is a pretty generic shape. If I went back in my shapes, I could probably find that same shape. So instead of deleting it and then putting a shape on top of it, I'm just going to fill it with a solid color. So cut and fill. I'm just going to make it white. And then the leaves we need to get rid of also, but I'm sure I have some leaves in my shape kit. Probably in that. Not really the kind of leaves that I want, but there are a couple of leaves there. Oh, this one's not bad. So we'll do this, and then we'll make it the right size. Like I said, it's not going to be nearly as cute as the finished product was, but it is what it is, and people will understand. So keep going, move it down by your leaves, and then you can delete that one, and then we're going to copy this one and rotate it a bit to match up on the other side, and then drop it down here. And I'm going to use that little group trick I showed you before. I have them both selected, so if I hit group and then ungroup, it'll move it down, and I can delete that one. I'm not going to add shadows or anything like that because people are going to add their own things here anyway. This paper clip I need to get rid of, that was part of the kit. And then this button and tag also were part of the kit. So we're going to get rid of all of that, and people can see over here that they were there. And there you go. Oh, and I've got this ripped paper. So I'm going to cut and fill that with a color also. We'll just use the white. That was part of the kit, but you could add your own ripped paper once you have the page done. So there you go. Now at this point you need to save it, but please do not just hit save because you will go over your layout that you started with and you will lose that file. So make sure you go File, Save As, and we're going to save it as a new page file. Go ahead and do page, that way people who use the new Artesian program can still use our templates. And I'm just going to save it to my desktop, and I'm going to call it TBR for to be remembered, template giveaway, and I'm going to put my name on it. I'm Marty. And go ahead and save. And now this template is saved. It will look just like that. I can upload it to Dropbox and share it with you all. When we do that, you'll have my sample page over here for inspiration, and it's perfect. Okay, so we can do that. So once it saves, I'm going to bump over to Photoshop. The process is basically the same, but I want to show you still how to do it. So let me close out of here and bump into Photoshop. And I have another template here, a layout that I made. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because the process is very similar. And this isn't a template I can share with you because this is actually a template from a designer. I should say that. Make sure that whatever you decide to share with us when you submit your template to me is something that you've made yourself. You cannot share like a Scrapping with Liz template or a Fiddle-Dee-Dee Designs template or something like that. Make sure it's something that you made yourself from scratch, not something that you bought or downloaded for free from somewhere else. So over here I'm going to just go ahead and click on my layers. Again, you can take your photos here and just fill them in with a solid color. Oops, and that's just going to do the face. Hold on. Sorry about that. So let's go here and we're going to insert a new layer. This might not be the easiest way to do it, but I'm pretty much a Photoshop newbie still, so just bear with me. I've got gray here. So I've put a new layer above my first photo. I'm going to fill it with gray and then hit Control G and Control E. Okay, so Control G groups it to that photo and then Control E merges it together. So now that's all one layer now. So then I'll do the same thing here. So I'm going to insert a new layer and I'm going to fill it with the gray and I'm going to hit Control G and that groups it, like it makes it stick to the shape of that one, and then Control E will merge it. So now that's just one layer there. And then you can do that to each of your circle pieces here that I have, and you'll be able to just delete some of the layers, like the stitching you're going to have to delete, so I'm going to just get rid of that. This bow you could delete. This flower you're going to have to add in your own flower. So if you go to insert your shape right here, you can come down here and pick a shape. So we're going to pick from this first squiggly one, this custom shape tool. You can come in here and you'll have access to all of your shapes that you have on your computer. So here are my default ones, and then I can go and pick like just flowers. So here are all the flowers I could pick from. So I'm going to pick, this one's pretty, and I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to fill it. Oops, let's simplify it first. Okay, so now I'm going to add that extra layer and then fill it and group it and merge it. And you can't see it right now because it's underneath this other flower, but let me get rid of this other flower gone and you'll be able to see it. So you can see this flower now here. That's probably not the best color for it, but I can color it in with a darker color. So just pick like a darker. Like I said, we're not going to be picky. Whoops. Must have been on the wrong layer. Here's that one. There you go. Okay, so same thing back here. You can just take this background paper and just delete it right out. And just go back to white, that's fine. And then this chevron-y gray paper, if you insert a new layer, pick a color, so let's just pick orange, and then fill that layer. Okay, so that'll go to that because I grouped it already. So just go through and delete the extra layers that you don't need. This love layer, get rid of that. This U is a text box, I think. No, must not be, so let's delete that. And then you could insert a text box if you wanted. Right, like that, and you could put like title here. And I can't see it because it's in the same orange, so come down here and pick black or something so that you can see it. And then you can go ahead and make it lots bigger, and then people can edit that when they start working. I gotta get rid of the arrow. If you wanted to put an arrow in here though, you could. You could come to your shape tools again and go to here, and arrows is one of your options. So you can just pick, it doesn't really matter because they're probably gonna delete it anyway. Just pick one. I'm gonna move it down a little bit. So these are gonna be really cute templates once we get them done. Now I just need to go through and do my circles and my ribbon layers too. So I can cover those up with gray or whatever color I want. I'm going to get rid of my string because that can't stay with that. That's part of the kit. This little arrow was part of the kit. Lots of these things were part of the kit. So you have to get rid of those. Please, please, please do not try to share them with us. We can't do that. You can get rid of this little heart confetti. That's in a couple different spots. More stitching over here. So just work your way through, and then all these other layers I'm just going to cover up with paper. Okay, and then once that's done, I can save it. Please make sure that you save it as a different file. Please do not overwrite your files. I would feel horrible. So go File, Save As, and then again you can save it as something like To Be Remembered Template Giveaway mMarty 2 or something like that. But I'm not going to share this one because, like I said, this was not my own design. This was a template that I got from someone else. So this will not be included in, but I will throw a couple templates in. So go ahead and pick your favorite layout from this past year that you made yourself. Clear all the papers and photos out of it so that we can share them. You can email them to me. My email is melissa.m.marty@gmail.com. I will type that right here for you so you can see it nice and big. Not quite that big, but I'll make it so you can see it. Okay, so melissa.m.marty@gmail.com. So go ahead and email it to me there. And once I get all of the templates, we will say let's shoot for a week and a half. So we will go with the end of the month. By the 28th, everyone who sends me one by the 28th, I will get them uploaded to Dropbox, and I will share the Dropbox address with you, and you can download a whole bunch of templates. Now, most of us are Storybook Creator users or Artesian users, so a lot of the templates will be in page format. I will do my best and try to get some of those converted over to Photoshop for Photoshop users. So rest assured that you will get at least a couple or a few templates of your file format that you use, Photoshop or Storybook Creator. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to see what templates you share with us.